Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your quantum reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. So, Gem. Okay, I was already kind of getting a specific message. What you guys, at least for whoever is going to connect to this message, we'll see what cards will pop out to kind of get into the details. So, let me get through my normal intro. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And as always, welcome to my cross watchers. And cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Gemini and the message could be for you. So feel free to take the message however it resonates to you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so if it doesn't resonate with you, it's probably not for you. So don't try to force it to your situation. And if you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. Also, if you guys would like to make a good karma donation, that information is also located down below. And just wanted to say thank you to those who have made donations. I appreciate it so much. So that was just kind of happening. Those went along perfectly. I think, yeah, I'm going to take those. Yep. Gem. And I'm sorry for the background noises. I'm still close to a road. So Gemini. What I'm getting is that, like, you're going through some type of situation where you're experiencing a lot of distractions, okay? And this is what I'm seeing. It's like, it's interesting too, because I swear you guys got this, the peacock last week, or I'm sorry, the last time I did your reading. I swear that's what it was. And it's a little bit of a similar energy, but not in a way. It's almost like these shiny kind of people are coming in to almost try to distract you with their grandiosity and to keep you from something that you're moving towards, okay? And you will know what this is, especially with the unicorn. Like, it's almost like this is you, Gem. Like, you have this thing that lights you up, or you have, hold on. Sorry, Gem, you'll see a little bit of glitch there because I had to jump off really quick. But what's happening is you're almost having to push forward, like through kind of some distractions that are coming your way. You're just like, there's almost this thing or this direction that you know you're being pulled towards, Gem. And you know what it is. Like this, it's like your unique path. And like the unicorn is all about unique. It's a magical creature and it's very rare. So you are rare, Gem, and like there's something about you, some type of fire or thing that you are chasing after, you are going towards. And so this is why there's kind of this conflict coming in, not necessarily conflict, but these distractions, okay? There's these things that are coming up that try to kind of maybe pull you away from your direction, what you're supposed to be going towards. And it's almost like you're having to come in with this energy where you're like just blazing through the obstacles. You're kind of using this thing that lights you up. You're passionate, your passion. It's your fire. It's the thing you know that is meant for you. And it's because this is, I think, what you're also getting to, okay? You're having to almost just like not get distracted by these pretty people or these pretty things, okay? And this could even actually be like people that are coming in and trying to like show off to you, because the way you're coming across, Gemini, is you're a catch. Like, and maybe even people see that in your environment. They see that you're very unique and kind of magical. There's like this thing that's really special about you. And so part of your path and your learning experience is that you're having to push forward and not get distracted by this. Now, I do want to say that it is still a little bit of a bleed through from the last reading I did for you guys, and I think it was the one like they're trying to imprint you, and I think it's still happening, Gem, because there's still something that you're trying to push towards, and it's coming in as a little bit of like a test, but it's almost like it's your own test. It's not like the universe is providing you this test. It's like what's kind of holographically coming from your own cellular structure. So there's moments where you might procrastinate, or there's moments where you might like fall back or use excuses not to do what you know you're supposed to be doing to attain this type of status in your life. Like maybe even for some of you, you're trying to like become famous or get noticed or putting yourself out there on social media, and you've been trying, but it's almost like these things will come in that you're easily distracted. Okay, like that's what I want to say is like the peacock, you kind of get distracted by pretty people or pretty things or people that are energetically trying to pull you away from this thing, because you're also kind of like I said, it's kind of a reflection of your cellular structure, your own vibrational state of being. So what's happening is what you're experiencing, like when you feel success at moments at what you're doing, when you feel lit up by the thing that you're doing that you're passionate about, that's where you're stepping into your true creative expression, which is really good. But you're still learning how to alchemize the lower vibrational parts of your cellular structure, the ones that, like, for example, when you procrastinate, you get caught in what I call a shame cycle. It's where you beat yourself up with your thoughts because you know that you would rather be doing this thing that lights you up, that you're passionate about, but instead you're kind of like doing other things that you know aren't on your path. You're hanging out with people or doing things that, like, they kind of distract you from what you're meant to be doing. And it's just because you're still, like I said, alchemizing your cellular structure in your body, those 37.2 cells that are in your body. You're trying to like raise the vibration of all the shame receptors on those cells into passion, joy, when it comes to your creative expression. That's how, like, say for example, okay, so for some of you, just because of the unicorn and the peacock, because to me that's someone who's maybe coming out and trying to be famous. So if you are trying to get noticed more, Gem, you have to look at the people above you that have accomplished what you have. So say for example, like, I'm just gonna throw this out there because she's like well known and everyone worships her, but like Beyonce worked hard. Like, she didn't let distractions come in. And if you guys ever watch her interviews and stuff, she didn't really vacation or enjoy things or do a lot of stuff, because even though she's in the creative industry and she, like, her life is amazing now, there was a period of time where she just had to work, she just had to put in the grind, and that's where she's gotten to where she's at, because she put in the energy. She didn't procrastinate, she didn't, make excuses for herself when it came to every area of her life, her body, her health. She knew that she had to be the best to really like alchemize that, to kind of see in her 3D reality all of her efforts. She had to constantly work at her own kind of vibrational state, her own cellular structure that was passed down by her parents, right? Those are the amino acids in the DNA. Everything is constructing our bodies, and so we're trying to alchemize it and step into our true creative passion and creative expression. So that's, Gem, what you're experiencing right now is maybe some blocks. And so when you come to the point, like in your mind, because I love Geminis, they're all about the mind, is that your whole message here, and this is what I'm being drawn to at the top here, because we've got those alchemical symbols at the top, right? Here's your energy. Even though you've got these people coming in, that's the alchemical symbol for air, which is your energy. But we've also got fire, okay? So that's about action, that's drive, that's your passion, that's the thing that lights you up. So that's what you're learning how to do. It's like you're learning how to follow through on the inspiration that you get, the things that you know are going to bring you success. You've got to follow through on it with the action, is what I'm getting, Gem. So like I said, you might get distracted, and I feel like there are people that are gonna be coming in that are kind of like this peacock energy, and that's why I feel like it's a bleed through from the previous one. There are multiple people that see you for who you are, Gemini, that you're this special thing, that you're like, you're really unique in who you are, and it's really beautiful. And so a lot of people are gonna see that and want you maybe as a trophy, because that is kind of what a like famous person or something tends to attract, is people that kind of want them as a trophy on their arm. But you've almost got to blaze through that, Gem, and you've got to move forward. Just keep moving forward. And this is the thing that I wanted to talk about, how you're going to know if this is a distraction or if it's actually meant for you. Okay, so Gem, when it pulls you away from what you know you're meant to do, like say if it distracts you, and you're a part of that too, right? Because you've got to take accountability for what you agree to do. Like if this is friends or something that come in and they're like, come hang out, and you're like, oh, okay, and you know that you should be doing this thing that you're supposed to be doing, like this is where the obstacle comes in, that you've got to learn to just blaze forward and have tunnel vision, where you're like, nothing and nobody is going to distract me from what I'm supposed to be doing, okay? But this is very tempting, this peacock. It's a very tempting energy, because these people are going to throw out all of the things that you could imagine to try to get your attention, right? It's the peacock. It's like an attention getter. So they're trying to they're trying to imprint you. They're trying to get your attention, to get your eye contact. Look at the intensity there. So, but here you are, Gem. This is your advice. This is what's going to bring you success, is when you turn away and move forward. And like I said, okay, the other thing I was going to throw out there, because for some of you, you could actually be attracting a lot of narcissists with this energy. And it's like I was saying, they like a trophy on their arm, okay? That's usually kind of like, I can never remember the name of this narcissist. It's like, there's... And I swear I brought this up last week, but I'm going to move on. Okay, Gem. So one thing that you're going to notice that they're not a good fit, or they're going to distract you from your energy, is if they're constantly like throwing out their resume or their accomplishments. Some of them might even be throwing out like some type of status, like all the things that they've accomplished. They'll probably just be extremely self-absorbed and obsessed with all their accomplishments, like everything that they've achieved in their lifetime, and they'll probably be telling you a lot about it. And in fact, if you can feel it, Gem, you'll feel and be able to hear that this person is mainly talking at you. They're not talking to you. You're pretty much just like a sponge. Now, the other thing I want to say is, when you start letting this person distract you, you'll even start to notice that this person, because when it comes to narcissism or an energy vampire, they steal a lot of your creativity, okay? So this person, if you ever hear this person, this peacock, say, whoa, when I'm around you, I'm just so much more lit up, like I'm so much more creative, it's actually because you have probably given away a lot of your creative expression to them just by putting their needs above your own. Like say you know you're supposed to be doing something, Gem. If you let them distract you, you give your energy and your power away to them. That actually quantum tunnels through your being, and it's given to them. Does that make sense? So let me pull in some tarot. Let's see what's going on here. So like I said, you guys might be super tempted. For some of you, because Geminis are so freaking intelligent, you might see through it and you're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. And you might not get distracted at all, which if that's the case, beautiful, good job. But for the Geminis that are actually feeling distracted, like if you're letting people influence you, maybe with like peer pressure or shame or guilt, when they're like, oh, you never do this, or you're such a bad friend, and you know that you need to be doing something else, Gemini, that's kind of another way that you're gonna know whether this person is really good for you in your life. You've got to really pay attention to all of those little emotional projections and cues that humans give. That's where you're going to get the upper hand and be like, kind of block out the energies that aren't good for you, that aren't supporting you in what you're moving towards and moving forward in. Okay, Gem? So yeah, here we've got the Temperance card. That is perfect. So this is where, to me, the way this is coming across, so that's like calm. That's a balance between, it's an equilibrium between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It's like, Gem, to me, this is coming across more of like a balanced energy. So it's like these type of people are coming in and they're throwing you out of balance with the things that you know you need to feel accomplished in your life. And that's what it's kind of giving you a heads up for, is like your wishes and your dreams. There's going to be these things that come in that try to distract you from that. They're going to want to take your energy, and it's a selfish energy, you know, but it's also kind of a catalyst, because it's going to help give you that tunnel vision and that push to just keep moving forward in the direction you know you're supposed to be in, Gem. And here's the Magician. Okay, this is two energies, because we've got the entanglement. This is where I want to say, Gem, you're coming across as you're trying to manifest your dreams and your wishes. This is you. You're trying to manifest it. And you know what? For some reason, he always reminds me of taking a selfie. So, like I was saying, you guys might be trying to get noticed on social media or something, and you're like trying to put yourself out there and get noticed for your creative expression. But like I said, there's these distractions coming in, and I want to say this is a bleed through of the entanglement. This is also the peacock, is the Magician energy, where they're kind of pulling out all the tricks to try to get your attention and try to, because you're an energy filler upper, Gemini. Like, you have all this kind of magic about you, so that's why people are naturally drawn to you, because when they feed off of your energy, they get a boost. They get a boost in their own creativity, but all it does is it drains from you and it gives them a lift, and it's just all about that codependency, and then they keep coming back to you for a supply. So that's where you're going to have to learn to cut off this connection. And I want to say, because this is my independent travel card, you might actually have to move locations, because this is independence, and I'm being drawn to this as like Two of Wands. So there might be a particular person that you're involved with, and you might need to sever ties, go be independent and travel and get away from this connection, because it might be the only thing that really severs things, and to where you can truly stay focused. You're gonna have to be that selfish about your time and your energy, Gem, where you're just gonna have to like put that up. I'm gonna see if, yeah, because this is what's more important. You're probably working towards, you've probably seen, Gem, that a lot of people are making like their type of material success from getting noticed for their creative expression, right? And this is where you are making money. You're doing really well in this. But this is also where you've got to stay really grounded in the things that pull you away from what you're trying to manifest, your dreams and your wishes. And maybe you are trying to get it so that it will open up the doors for you to travel around the world, because that might be what your ultimate passion is, or what you're working towards, okay? So a couple of different things there. But Gemini, yeah, like, absolutely, this thing that you're chasing after, if you've maybe even been questioning, maybe you come to moments of disappointment of like, oh, is this really meant for me? Like, is this really gonna happen? And am I really gonna be able to travel and be like successful in a material way just from this thing that I'm chasing after? And yes, that is your confirmation. This wouldn't all be coming out straight up if it wasn't there and possible. I think, which one came out upside down? I think the Two of Wands. So the travel might not be happening quite yet. That's why I kept it and even flipped it upside down, or right side up, because it hasn't happened quite yet, Gem. But it's like, this is your process that you're learning right now, is to not let those little things, those distractions come in. This could be sexually, this could be like in every arena. You're going to holographically create these situations because you're addicted to shame, right? If your cells are addicted more to shame than any other chemical, then you are naturally gonna like do things that are gonna make you feel ashamed of yourself or beat up on yourself. So like I was saying previously, if you let people come in and distract you from what you know you're supposed to be doing, then you beat yourself up, because you know what you're supposed to be doing. You're getting the intuition and the impulse with that unicorn card. You're highly intuitive, probably highly, highly psychic. And so, you know, there's a part of yourself that gives you inspiration and guidance, like, okay, Gem, you need to be doing this, you need to do that. But when you don't, that's when you get addicted to what I was saying, a shame cycle, where you just beat up on yourself. And that's where you've got to take power and control back over your life, where you decide, okay, no more of this. I've got to focus on what I'm trying to accomplish. I cannot let anything else come in my way because it's going to affect you in the material world, okay? This is where it bleeds in, is that it can immediately, your financial, if this is money that you're trying to make, it will immediately show up in that area. Which makes sense, right? Like, it's like a typical entrepreneur. If you're not doing the work, you're not going to get paid if you're not putting the energy into it. It's kind of common sense. But that's what I'm pretty much trying to say, is like, your shame is directly tied to what's going to manifest in the reality in front of you. That's why you're experiencing it, Gem. So I'm going to dive further into the extended with this. If you guys are resonating with this and you want to join me over there, you definitely can. Just go down below in the description box. Click on the PayPal link, send over $10, and please remember in the comments or the description box to put Gemini, the title of the video, the publish date, and your email address where you would like me to send that over to you. So Gemini, if this is kind of where we leave things, I am sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I will see you in your next reading. Take care.